Hey homies, I am back today with a new reaction video, but this is something a little bit different, and it's a bit of a personal thing to me. So, I know that I do normally do analog horror and horror gaming, but there's just one thing that I noticed on the internet today about someone on TikTok who was faking to have Tourette's, which I legit have Tourette's, and they were using it for money and clout. We're going to be watching the video today, and I've linked it in the description. And I just want to see how this is, because coming from a Tourette's sufferer myself, it does make me feel like I need to react to it just because of that. And obviously on YouTube, that is what I do, is reactions. So if you are new to this channel, I would definitely recommend considering subscribing. I do reactions normally of analog horror and also horror gaming. But if this is something that you would like to see more going forward about reactions about me personally, things like that, then I would be totally open for it. So let me know in the comments if that's what you want to do. Let's get into the video. Alrighty guys, so we're going to start the video. It's already kind of riled me up just seeing this video that I saw. It did come out on the 1st of Feb. I'm a little bit late to it, but it's riled me up just thinking about someone that is using my medical condition technically to make money. Now, people know that I have it, but I don't use it to make money, and this person faked it, so it's kind of annoying. So this might be quite a deep video, but we're going to give it a go and I'm going to see. So let's go into it.
Emerald claimed to have suffered from Tourettes Syndrome since the age of 6 or 7, a disorder which made her life incredibly difficult over the years, so she claimed. By mid-2021, at the age of 27, she was using her 500,000 follower TikTok account Ticks and Roses to raise awareness about Tourette's, whilst simultaneously promoting her yarn dyeing business.
Hi,
okay.
Emerald with Stardust Fiber Studio. I am one of the owners. I also do...
I'm not being funny, right? But for me having Tourette's, just seeing that reaction there of her doing it, it is so fake. It is legit fake. It's like, you don't do that. I mean, you don't. It's just so put on. Oh my god, like, this is going to be, like I say, guys, I'm sorry, this is going to be quite a hard video for me to do. It's something obviously different than my normal content, but I need to do it because it just needs to be done on my part. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and like I say, like it as well. Don't forget. Anyway, let's go.
Awareness videos for Tourette's on TikTok.
However, it was with videos like the one we're about to show that began to raise suspicions about whether or not this specific TikToker actually had Tourette's Syndrome.
Let's have a look at this video then.
The condition felt forced or fake.
When I wanted to talk a little bit about... Wow. I wanted to talk... Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I keep pausing it. I'm sorry, we're 45 seconds into this bloody video, and already I can tell it's fake. And I'm surprised that, no, I mean, obviously people caught up on it from here, but it is so bad. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, if you have Tourette's and you're doing it, I understand. And people may potentially, it might help you a little bit with, things of getting money and, stuff like that. It might help you. It might. But, like, it doesn't help me. And I don't put mine on. But if you're quite big, then, maybe people will feel like maybe this person does deserve something. But, no. It just pisses me off, man. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why people do this in the first place. And anyway, let's just keep going.
Wow. I wanted to talk a little bit about... Wow. Never mind.
When these suspicions were eventually confirmed to be true, Ticks and Roses was exposed brutally, eventually resulting in the permanent deletion of her account. This video will detail exactly how the internet came to discover that she was faking it, all beginning with a subreddit dedicated to the truth and an old Facebook live stream.
Oh, wow.
We mentioned earlier that alongside her Ticks and Roses TikTok page, Emerald also ran a yarn dyeing business called Stardust Fiber Studio, which had its own Facebook page. On this Facebook page, Emerald would often host promotional live streams dating back to 2020, before her TikTok had become popular in early to mid 2021. The bizarre part about one of these old live streams was that, despite apparently having Tourette's since the age of 6 to 7, during the entire 1 minute 54 second video, Emerald didn't tick, not even.
But what the funny thing is, right, is I was diagnosed at 13, but most people, now this is most people, so I'm not saying it's 100% of Tourette's sufferers, right? But most people that have Tourette's, or at least, because obviously Tourette's is hereditary, so you're born with it, And most people, like myself, have had basically were diagnosed between like sort of like 8 and 13. So that is kind of when your symptoms will start. So for me, my symptoms at first were where I'd go like that, and it would be like me coughing my throat basically. And then I had loads of other ones, things like that. Now, just to clarify, before anyone says that I'm faking it, which I'm legit not, I have medical proof if you want to see it. But anyway, getting to the point. Regarding this, my eye blinking and some other things that I do, which I can kind of hide it in a way because I've learned with yoga and stuff like that. But like, this is just blatant. It's just blatant, man. But anyway, I'm gonna keep carrying on. It's gonna be quite ragey this today. I don't know. It's just crazy, man.
Once.
We are wrapping up with planting all of the little seedlings now. He's finishing up with the...
Yeah, where's her ticks? There's actually nothing.
Videos that were displayed on the Ticks and Roses TikTok page, she's often seen ticking once every 1 to 3 seconds, sometimes even more than that. Therefore, a full 1 minute 54 second old undeleted live stream in which she didn't tick once was certainly some interesting early evidence against the authenticity of her.
It's just blatant.
Discussion of the Facebook live stream began to show up regularly in her TikTok comments. Emerald actually had a pretty reasonable defense, and would even respond to a specific TikTok that had brought it up.
Right.
Check out her YouTube, Stardust Fiber Studio, and take note of how she doesn't have a tick in any of the videos. Maybe you'll think twice.
I wish I'd seen this before, man.
This is a comment I saw a lot, and I wanted to clear up a few things before explaining that the ticks didn't happen all the time, and that it was possible for her to make short videos without any involuntary outbursts.
Right, but then so this is another question I have. So why would you stop yourself doing the ticks before, or in some videos, but then some videos you're going, wow, 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 like pure putting it on. Like, that isn't an excuse at all. That's bullshit.
The excuse was reasonable and accepted by many. Well,
I don't accept it at all. I think it's BS. Even though now it's come out it's fake, it's still BS. Even I would say that. And I'm quite dumb, bear in mind, considering. But anyway, yeah.
Momentarily. Shortly thereafter, Reddit would uncover another full 54-minute live stream, again without a single tick.
There we go.
Slightly less believable. There were other pieces of similar evidence. For example, she'll post a TikTok titled "Nursery Rhymes with Tourette's," in which she couldn't get past the first line of reading without.
I wanna hear that.
Reciting a written poem for 2.5 minutes in an old clip without a single sign of even the slightest tick. The pattern was incredibly simple to follow. On her TikTok, the ticks were uncontrollable, yet in any other situation, they were non-existent. With evidence suggesting that her condition had been fabricated, Emerald felt the pressure to prove that her Tourette's was in fact real, at which point she would apparently go and see a specialist to get a proper diagnosis, uploading a video of her consultation to TikTok.
So I know
Right.
you've probably seen the chaos happening on my channel, so I wanted to show a little bit of my last outpatient consultation.
She's not even ticking there. Even in that little bit there, just for like probably about 15, 20 seconds, she wasn't even ticking then at all. Come on, man.
That this would silence the haters, so to speak, it really only did the opposite. Many were suspicious of the letter owing to a multitude of mistakes and oddities within the writing. For example, PTSD had been written twice in the list of past medical. Why was it necessary to include that she was a very pleasant 27-year-old left-handed lady in the of present illness? OCD with anxiety disorder is just flat out wrong. OCD is an anxiety disorder, and an anxiety disorder is not a diagnosis.
That's right, yeah.
Of diagnoses.
Wow.
Generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, or unspecified or something. This is not how anyone would code or write this. The letter was certainly suspicious. However, to Emerald's credit, doctors definitely have a reputation for being somewhat careless when it comes to writing. Perhaps the doctor was in a rush and put down PTSD twice without realizing. Maybe Emerald...
I mean, okay, so... Okay. I kind of understand it in a way, right? I do kind of get that in that part that doctors can mess up, because my doctors have messed up before, right? I understand that. But me personally, if a doctor has messed up in something like that, when it's a diagnosis or an analysis of myself, I would go back to them and ask them to change that and make sure that it's legit, because I might need to use it for, like, jobs in the future. I might need to use it for, loads of different things, and it's like, you would go back and you would get that changed. That's just me. But yeah, I don't know.
Emerald lacked wisdom when it came to life choices, yet I don't think she'd be dumb enough to print a fake letter without reading over it at least once.
You sure about that?
This actually makes sense if you're a doctor who's aware that there are many genuine genetic and neurological differences between right and left-handers. Perhaps Emerald simply was somewhat of a careless doctor and pretended to have tics throughout the short consultation, providing her with a legitimate diagnosis.
It's just convenient.
For a fake condition. Alternatively, perhaps she had simply written the letter herself in Microsoft Word or Photoshop, highlighted by one comment on the diagnosis letter video. Hey, no hate, just curious. I went to Virginia Mason in Seattle a few weeks ago, and my paperwork had a different logo on it.
Oh my...
Different one?
What?
An interesting thing that no one on Reddit seemed to pick up on is that the genuine Virginia Mason logo has a small TM placed after the name. Yet
Yeah.
the shows in the photo has no TM. And
Oh wow.
Virginia Mason logo
No way.
background and look at the first image.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it?
One within the TikTok without the little TM as is shown in almost every other official version of
This person is so dumb.
the logo. With me assuming that the letter had been faked, she would then be trolled by people making their own forgeries of the document, such as this one, which read, patient, ticks and roses, doctor, fictitious, date of birth, who cares, chief complaint, fraud, all of which completed in the exact same style as the original letter. After being completely and utterly backed into a corner, would disable comments on the video before deleting it days later. At the same time, she'd also delete everything from her Instagram page, with one Reddit post stating, TAR has deleted all posts on their Instagram, maybe, which was then confirmed by a comment reading, can confirm it, I don't see anything on their profile. Many wanted further punishment against Ticks and Roses. Specifically, they wanted the TikTok account deleted. Take down Ticks and Roses merch and platform, read one change.org petition with over 2,000 signatures. This disease is not a joke, and she clearly finds it funny to fake it to gain clicks, followers, and even money. She's been selling merchandise for her own personal gain and fortune. As far as many others know, she's been faking Tourette's and many other illnesses, with proof me and others have found. Like I said in the first part, this illness isn't a joke.
This illness isn't a joke. It isn't. You know, like I say, for me having it as well, and obviously a load of other people, I think it's like 1 in 1,000 people have Tourette's, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, why... I just don't understand why people do it. I don't get it. It's like that guy that was a Twitch streamer that was faking to be in a wheelchair, and then he ended up getting caught, getting loads of shit. Twitch then actually refunded, this is going back 2013, I think, but Twitch then refunded all the subs and all of that back to the people that did sub, and it's like, it's crazy. And I do wonder whether she done any other content, which we'll find out. I want to kind of know where her, so she had that merchandise, or the company she had, but I wonder if there was a reason why she was faking this. I want to understand why she was faking it, and hopefully we find out, because at this point right now, like, I'm totally against this person. If there is a reason why that she did fake it, and it's understandable, then I might potentially feel a bit bad, but we'll see. It's just questionable.
Joke. It's not quirky, it's not a game, it's a terrible disease with no cure.
That's right, yeah.
Things to profit off it.
Yep.
Many went even further by commenting on how Ticks and Roses had impacted their life personally. I'm signing this because my husband suffers from Tourette's. Every day his body does things that he does not want to do. It's embarrassing and it wears him out. This person is not doing this for awareness, they're doing this simply because their business has been profiting from the merchandise
There we go, okay.
does not have. I'm asking any and all others to please sign this petition. Having tics is not a trend. Tics are not something to try and gain attention from. This person is disgusting.
And that is something that I will say to Amanda. I totally respect you, because I feel the same right now about this person. I really do.
By this point, Ticks and Roses wasn't exactly popular or well respected by those who once followed her content. It felt like it was only going to be so long until Reddit users found a strong enough piece of evidence to put a stop to the antics altogether, or so they thought. Instead, they would find an old video which actually added credibility to Emerald, derailing the project in the short term.
Right.
My name is Emerald, and I have Huntington's disease. It affects all aspects of a person's life. It causes movement disorders, such as involuntary jerking, impaired gait and balance, and difficulty with speech and swallowing.
In yet another old Facebook livestream, before her TikTok had blown up at a time she had less motive to lie, Ticks and Roses somewhat sincerely shared information about her experience with Huntington's disease.
Right, okay, okay.
So yes, I have Huntington's disease.
But my question is, does she really, or is this just something? Was this something that she was bringing out at that time to then bring out for her whole Tourette's fame? Fake Tourette's fame. I'm sorry. Let's see.
But Huntington's disease doesn't have me.
In addition to the video, Reddit users found an old Huntington's disease fundraiser from October 2014 hosted by Emerald, which stated Huntington's disease is something that affects my entire family. My grandfather was diagnosed and shortly after my mother as well. I'm doing this walk for my grandfather, for my mother, and for those in my family that have the potential for having this disease as well. While many on Reddit remain skeptical in comments as blatant as, I don't believe she has Huntington's disease, the in combination with the 2014 fundraiser gave her a pretty good case proving that she
right now I don't believe it right now either, but yeah.
Something else associated with this diagnosis that was extraordinarily fishy. In order to be diagnosed with Tourettes Syndrome, you must have symptoms that are not the result of another medical condition such as Huntington's disease.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Out here, no doctor should be diagnosing her with Tourette's. Instead, any good doctor should be telling them that their tics, again, major doubt, are a byproduct of their Huntington's. This basically meant that if she did truly have Huntington's, the case for her having Tourette's was now even weaker. However, there was evidence proving that she was, in fact, a cold, hard liar. But people hadn't given up hope. And there was still one place from which the truth could be found.
I do really wish I had seen this a long time ago now. I genuinely would have joined in on this. I wouldn't have given her hate. I mean, potentially. But what I wouldn't have done is I wouldn't have gone on a personal level. But I would have given my opinion to say, from a Tourette sufferer, that, like, this isn't good. Like, it affects us on a daily basis, right? And it does. And it's not something to be laughing about. It's not something to be, you know, faking it for. I just, like I keep saying, I've said it maybe twice in this video, but, like, I don't understand why you would do it. I just don't get it at all. I just don't understand it. Like, why would you do this shit? Like, why would you? Why? Just why? Oh my god.
Her family themselves. In the fundraiser from 2014, Emerald mentioned that Huntington's disease is something that affects my entire family, also mentioning that she had a 14-year-old sister. Well, this specific sister would discover the Reddit thread after it had gained international attention, after which she would shatter the wall of lies that Emerald had been hiding behind as her TikTok grew larger and larger.
Oh shit.
On 1st of May 2021, a user by the name of Jade4101 would make a post to the subreddit titled Introducing Myself and the Truth, which contained the following message.
What did this say then?
Hey everyone, I recently found out about everything going on. I wanted to clear up some misconceptions and share my part. I am Emerald's sister and we grew up together. Although we were raised non-denominational Christian, my mother, who is an amazing woman, and I have always been supportive of Emerald and miss them dearly. We have always accepted them. They cut communication with us. We have tried to reach out, but they no longer wish to have contact with us, and we haven't talked in years. I'm just commenting in hopes of clearing up misinformation. Also, my grandpa does have Huntington's. It's late onset, which means it doesn't show up till late in life. My grandpa is currently suffering from the side effects and is not doing well. It's very sad. My mother has...
Right, so if her grandpa and her mother have it, then condolences to them. In the respect that, like, I hope everything... you probably won't see this anyway, but I'm going to do it for myself because I feel like I should. But yeah, what I'm going to say is I hope that it's all okay, and I hope things get better for you, and
has it too, but he's not yet showing symptoms, thankfully, and I have not been tested. Lastly, I do not believe Emerald has Tourette's Syndrome and never showed any symptoms as a child. They are mentally ill though. I love my sister, I always will, and I wish them the best, but I don't agree with what they have done. It's incredibly disrespectful to fake a mental illness for any reason. I'm extending my sincerest apology to everyone there, although I know it's not my apology to give. I do wish for Emerald's safety. All I ask is respect and privacy for my parents and grandparents. And if you don't believe me, I'm happy to answer any questions you all may have, as long as they're not disrespectful.
And I would have probably reached out to this Jade person at that point, and I would have probably answered a few questions, yeah. I wouldn't have been disrespectful either. I would have been just very to the point and honest. That's what I would have done. And I would have just wanted to understand, like, why. Now, I don't know if this Emerald, the TikToker, has got mental issues. Now, even if she does, now, I've gone through, you know, mental health. I'm going through emotional trauma right now, but that doesn't make me, for example, go out there and, because I do live Twitch streaming, we're going to plug it in, check the description, see me live. But it's you know, I don't go out there trying to fake something that I might have. Like, let's say that I was to go out there and go, oh, I have cancer. I'm just going to fake it and get loads of donations and make loads of money, get loads of subs. Like, I've got mental health, but that doesn't make me fucking go out there and do it, does it? Like, no. No. You can't blame mental health on faking Tourette's to make fucking money. You can't do that. Just no. No. Seriously, no.
The post received over 400 responses from those desperate to get an insight into the unique psyche of an individual who would fake a disorder for TikTok. Do you know why Emerald might have fabricated all this? Did they have a tendency to want attention regardless of it being good or bad? Honestly, I'm unsure why Emerald would fabricate this. I was kind of in shock when I first heard about everything. But yes, they do have a history of fabricating stories or stretching the truth, so to
Hashtag attention seeker. That's what it is, man.
speak. Do you know why they cut communication with you? I'm not exactly sure. I've tried reaching out to them to talk about it, but they never reply. One day we were no longer friends on Facebook and they stopped talking to me. I think they thought me and my mum were unsupportive of them, but we really did support them and love them to
Well, it probably is, right? They made loads of clout and loads of money and thought, you know what? Fuck the family. I don't want to give them any fucking money, so I'm going to keep it all to myself.
the fullest. If I did do something wrong to hurt them, I only wish we could have a conversation about it. My own experience with this behavior is that you know the truth, therefore you're dangerous to their delusion. However, it would be when Emerald herself commented on the post that everyone knew the game was well and truly over.
Wow.
My diagnosis that I've gotten in adulthood you cannot speak on, as we had no contact, and do not blame my partners. You say that this has been hard for you, and that was never my intent. I started awareness because I never wanted anyone to be ashamed as I was. This visceral hatred has been hard for me. It caused my children's school to be called because someone said lies, and they tried to take my children. They're afraid to go to school now. It's caused my car to be trashed. It's caused me to be spit on in public, because I wanted to help people. The money I received, I donated. I volunteered with the
Right, but it is hard, this one here, right? Because I can understand she's got some big hate. She's been cancelled, basically, right? But, you know, this is what's going to happen, though. Like, I don't like doing the whole thing of people spitting on her and, you know, if this is true, bear in mind, and, you know, her car being trashed, like, and, you know, I understand, like, you know, that, like, and I feel like that is a little bit far with this situation, right? But, you know, it's what happens. We're in 2022, for God's sake, and people will do this. This is what people will do. And if you get caught out, they will do that to you. They will absolutely rip you apart. This is what the internet is. And that's why a lot of the things that, like, I say or do, I keep, like, there's a lot of things about me that you guys probably don't know. But then that's because I keep it to myself. I don't go out there and start blurting it about and faking shit. And even though it says on here, the money I received, I donated. I also volunteered for the Tourettes Association of America. I couldn't give two fucks. I don't even believe she did anyway. I don't believe she ever donated that, or even she received it, but I don't rate she donated it. Volunteering part, maybe. I don't know. But let's have a look. This is actually really hard for me to react to, guys, just because of the situation. It's fucking horrible. It does make me kind of want to just go into a dark hole. Like, for real. It's crazy, man.
Tourettes Association of America. I did public outreach. I was interviewed for a person's thesis. I was interviewed for a podcast, but asked them not to air it out of concern for them. The messages I got from people saying their child wasn't afraid to go to school anymore because of me changed their life. Or a woman saying her husband finally saw a neurologist and getting help. I met friends who had the same experiences as me, who made me feel seen. Now
Right.
on everything Tourette's related. I've given up, you all win, and I'm back where I started, living in shame of being different. Please just leave me alone now.
Right, no. They're not going to leave you alone, though, are they? People don't keep going at you until they do. Until you actually say sorry. Because she's not even said sorry. Like, all she's done, she's gone, you said this might have been hard for you and that was never my intent. Well, what was your intention then? Just to make fucking money and then take it and then do whatever? Like, oh, bloody hell, man. Seriously, it's just really silly. I just don't understand why you put it in there. And then, you know, you're saying, oh, but I'm back where I started, living in the shame of being different. Again, you're just attention seeking with that. And please just leave me alone now. Saying that, people aren't going to leave you alone. If anything, like I say, look at the Reddit thing. They've devoted that. -15. People are fucking hating on you already. And you're now hating on you even more because your response to that is just it's a 50-50 one. Like, she's given the bit about her being spat on, trashed, car trash, blah, blah, blah. I get that. That I wouldn't go as far as that if I was someone that was hitting on this person, which I am, technically. But anyway, it is what it is. But it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know what to say about this. We'll do some analysis at the end of the video, and I'll give you a breakdown of my opinion.
A day later, the Tix and Rose's TikTok account was deleted permanently. 3 days after that, she would address the deletion on her alternate business page in a video which conveniently featured absolutely zero ticks.
Hey, I'm not going to address this anymore because addressing it has not fixed it. I was literally bullied off the internet. So I do not do awareness for Tourette's anymore, regardless of the fact that I do have a clinical diagnosis. So I'm spending my time on my yarn business.
What you are.
And on my religious group.
To
live my life. And yeah.
Emerald continues to post photos for her yarn dyeing business to her Instagram account Stardust Fiber Studio. However, she hasn't shown her face on camera since the deletion of Tix and
I bet she won't. Does not surprise me.
Roses, showing that perhaps, just maybe, she's learned somewhat of a lesson from this incredibly embarrassing experience.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so we're going to give some analysis now, guys, on this video. That was the TikToker that faked Tourette's video. Now, I'm sorry this is a different reaction to what I normally do, but I felt this is on a personal level to me. And obviously, you guys know some stuff about me, and I would like to make it obviously aware that I do have it. Whole reason why I blink and all that shit. But the situation is, right, like, I can understand. So to kind of close this off and give it a bit of closure on this video, in my opinion, is just don't fake anything. If you legit have an issue or a medical condition or mental health problems, then I understand that. Then fine. Just don't fake it for clout or money. Don't do it. Like, just don't, because you're gonna get yourself cancelled. You're gonna get yourself like this person just did. She made it blatantly obvious. I mean, even within first like 10 seconds of the video, I could tell she was faking it just from seeing that first clip. It was just so blatant. But then it's like, she says that she done all this, you know, she helped out with Tourette's America, she donated the money to all this and all that, but I bet she didn't. She didn't. I just can't imagine she would have. If you're making this much money and you're faking to have Tourette's, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you? It's just crazy. And then she tries to blame it on, like, mental health. And then she wants to then sort of say, oh, well, I feel like I'm different. I know I'm different. I'm all this and all that. But I mean, just come out with it and just say, like, all you had to have done if, you know, you wanted to make it clear that there was an issue, you should have just said it. You should have just said that. I mean, the only reason that she got big is because she was using Tourette's. Otherwise, she would have not been any different to what she is now. Well, she would have been. She would not have been cancelled, obviously. But I don't know. That was a really hard video for me to do, guys, reaction-wise. It's kind of, like, made me just make me question people's lives and why they do this shit. And, you know, why, you know, they use mental health against it to, you know, get something out of it. I just don't really understand. And it just kind of kills me inside a little bit. I like, you know, people that have Tourette's like myself, we have to deal with this shit on a daily, you know? And it's like, it's not something that's easy. It's not. It really isn't. And then you see this person making all this fucking money, blah, 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 getting all these followers and all that. And just, yeah, it just breaks my heart because, you know, it's an uncurable condition, as it said. And we live with this daily. There's nothing else we can do. And it has caused me a lot of problems in the past. Yes, it has. Like, you know, for loads of different things, stress-related shit. It's not easy. It really isn't. I'm quite lucky in a way because I don't swear, but I do have the Tix version, which is basically where I have where I sort of like Twitch and things like that, and I do get looks out and about. And I'm not doing this video to try and get views. And I'm gonna say this now. I'm not doing this video to get views. I'm not doing these videos for people to go, oh, I'm really sorry for you. Like, because at the end of the day, I've got it. I've lived with it for a long time. And, you know, I'm used to it now. But the reason I've done this video really is to bring awareness that this person is an absolute nut. And, you know, they're using my condition to make money for shit. Anyway, we're going to leave the video there, guys. Thank you for watching. I do really hope you enjoy the video of seeing me stressed. But we see enough of that with analog horror anyway, right? But yeah, so please do consider subscribing to my channel if you would love to see some more content. If you want to see more content of me that I kind of bring about more personal stuff, then I'm totally up for doing that. So let me know in the comments. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, y'all.